What's going on, guys? Welcome back into the channel. In today's video, we have another Madden related video in regards to Madden 23 and information that has been released on the game. So in today's video, we're going to be reviewing some of the details that I'm getting directly from Sports Gamers Online. So credit to them for doing the reporting here and the investigating and getting the information. A lot of us are wondering in this great cover of a game, Madden 23, what are we going to get in the game mode that we care about, franchise mode? And unfortunately, based off initial statements, it's not a lot. So just to read off this statement for you guys real quick, EA Sports has announced the updates coming to Madden 23 franchise mode when the game launches this summer. Now, that's not to say that there won't be further gameplay updates beyond that or franchise updates beyond that. Like they did last year, they had major updates further down the line for the game. Again, unfortunately, that makes the game not worth the full price tag for me. I very much take that into consideration. Why would I pay $60 for a game that I'm not going to get the full game until 2 months down the line? Again, they need to stop releasing unfinished products. We'll see what actually happens with this game. But the article goes on to say in Madden 23, EA Sports will introduce upgrades to free agency and trade logic AI. According to the reveal, free agency will now feature athlete motivations such as location of the team as well as specific salary demands. Now, this is something I've been asking for a long time within franchise. This should help to improve the off-season system in order to allow players to go to different teams and demand more money and things like that, like they do in real life. Now, the question will be, how does this actually get implemented? Because location of the team, for example, depends on where the player's hometown is, where they played college at, where their family lives, and things like that. And certainly they're not going to have all of that information in the game because that would be a whole lot of extra effort that I highly doubt that they would include. So it'll be interesting to see how these things are actually factored in and whether it will make a positive impact. Because if I have a player that wants to go to some location that doesn't make any actual sense for that player, it's going to get pretty frustrating as you go in through franchise mode. So it goes on to say there will also be new player tags to influence various offseason activities and overall player progression. So I don't know exactly what that is alluding to, but it almost sounds like we are getting more offseason activities, which I hope they are being serious there, because we need to improve the offseason. We need to make it more entertaining. We need to add more activities to it. We need to add things like a combine and things like that that reflect real life. So hopefully off-season activities is a step in the right direction. Again, this could be something as simple as simply adding in a couple of more scenarios, which sounds like the more likely option to me, which would be a bit of a cop-out. But it is interesting to see that there will also now be player tags, as they call them, to influence various off-season activities and overall player progression. And this also goes on to say that regarding trade logic, EA Sports says that the value of star players will be represented more accurately for fair and more realistic offers. So essentially, I'm hoping that that means contract negotiation times. We know that in Madden, contracts have been low for years and years and years now, and we need to more so reflect what's going on in real life. In real life, players are earning more money, players are earning more guaranteed money. And so hopefully this means that we're getting positive changes to contracts that are going to more fairly represent realistic values for these players. Hopefully this means that players will be earning more guaranteed money in certain situations, and we won't be able to just build super teams that easily because player contracts are just that cheap. I mean, that's something that they've struggled with for a long time. They seem to positively impact players that are lower on the depth chart wanting more money, which is interesting, but they've never been able to get the top earners, the top star players, to really earn what their value should be. So hopefully that is influenced in the game. And to be honest with you, with the new gameplay system, I'm curious to see if the new mechanics and gameplay system is going to be as speed focused as it has been in the past. And in reality, they should be influencing larger contracts and higher guaranteed money for those speedsters because they are so game breaking and so dependent for teams in franchise mode. So I do hope that they are going in that direction. But again, that's a lot to ask. I feel like I don't feel like they're really putting their efforts towards that, especially with this statement that we got. We really don't seem to be getting that much information here off of what they've given us. So, it's interesting. This statement is super short. It's not like we've gotten in the past. I'm thinking maybe they are withholding some information. It's very possible that they're just waiting to give us more information on franchise mode and the features within this game. Like I had mentioned in my previous video, you guys can see that this trailer just generally does not include that much information. I mean, there's just not that much to it. Do we really know what we're getting with this new gameplay system mechanic? We don't, and we don't know how that's going to affect franchise mode. We don't know how it's going to affect the way players play and things like that. So there's a lot of seeming changes going on with gameplay, which is a positive thing, which will hopefully make franchise a better experience. But I don't expect a lot from these gameplay changes, unfortunately, based on what we've seen here. There's some odd cutting and things like this, and they're giving us not a whole lot of actual gameplay. So, we're looking for improvements in other areas. We're looking for improvements to actual franchise mode. We're looking to substance improvements, quantity of content and quality of content improvements. We did get some nice additions to the game last year, but I would have expected to hear something more about continuing progression on what they added to the game last year. They added some interesting things like the new scouting system and new scenarios and the game planning on a weekly basis, but we're not getting any mention here of any additions, changes, or improvements to those specific changes that they made last year. Again, just a surprisingly short statement here. Maybe there's more to come, but I really expected to see more franchise mode related, and that's one of the things that is very interesting here. When we go back to the gameplay trailer for Madden 22, for example, we get a substantially different trailer. I mean, I know that Madden 22 was received with mixed reviews. There was quite a bit different about Madden 22 coming in than we're seeing here with Madden 23, but this trailer's 2:08 long, so almost a minute longer. And again, they're giving us a lot of buzzwords. They're giving us a lot of this stuff. But in the trailer, we do end up getting quite a bit of information about actual features within the game. So later on in the trailer, we are getting actual information here. This was huge. I mean, they teased multiple pages of things that are going to be happening within Madden 22 whenever it came out, and we just simply didn't get that within Madden 23. And I know that it's nice and all for them to come up with these cinematics and stuff like that, and I'm sure that they're proud of the work that they did coming up with these. But again, year after year after year, we continue to get all this cinematic stuff, and we end up with no actual substance in the gameplay trailer. So, last year, with Madden 22, we did get quite a bit of at least, hinted information. Maybe we have to wait and see what exactly is going on here with Madden 23, because we can look back at what we got revealed last year. So we did get a little bit of information in the Madden reveal trailer, but then we go through and we can see franchise, all access deep dive, dynamic gameplay, face of the franchise. So they did give us deep dives in the days following that. So I'm hoping that we get some deep dives like that this year. But again, that's the expectation that they set. They set the expectation that they're going to make changes, and they're going to summarize those changes in these videos showing us gameplay and things like that. I don't know. It's yet to be seen what exactly they're going to do here with Madden 23. It doesn't seem like, based on these reports, that they're doing a whole lot for franchise mode, which is unfortunate. It seems like they were very focused on the gameplay end of things, which again, that's probably for the better, because the gameplay was pretty lackluster this year. I mean, honestly, it was the worst that it's been in a long time. I honestly don't like Madden 22 at all as a game, and I think I made that clear in my first review. So, we'll see. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments section below, what you're thinking about this information that I put up here on the screen. What do you guys think is actually happening with Madden 23? Is this all we're getting, these minor updates, or is there more to come? Are they hiding information? Are they withholding information till later on? Are they approaching this with a new strategy because of the way that Madden 22 was perceived? I don't really know what's going on here. To me, it almost comes off as though they want to withhold as much information as possible possible to try to have people be more pleasantly surprised when the game comes out, or potentially get people to buy the game, and then, you know, they'll find out whether they like it or it's good or not once the game actually comes out. It's just a little bit odd. It's a little bit fishy. You know, something is a little bit off here to me. So let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. I'll see you guys in the next video. Make sure you guys leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And like I said, I'll see you guys in the next video, and I hope you guys have a good one.